Gerald Ford, 1913 to 2006, was the 38th President of the United States, serving from 1974 to 1977. Born in Omaha, Nebraska, and raised in Michigan, Ford had a distinguished career as a congressman and served as House Minority Leader before being appointed Vice President in 1973 under the 25th Amendment after Spiro Agnew's resignation. Ford ascended to the presidency on August 9, 1974, following Richard Nixon's resignation during the Watergate scandal. He holds the distinction of being the only person to have served as both Vice President and President without being elected to either office. Ford's presidency was marked by his controversial pardon of Nixon, which many believed was an effort to heal the nation after Watergate, though it likely cost him politically. He also faced major economic challenges, including stagflation, a combination of inflation and stagnation, during his time in office. In the 1976 election, Ford lost a close race to Jimmy Carter. Despite his short presidency, Ford is often remembered for his steady leadership during a tumultuous time in American history. After leaving office, he remained active in public life, advocating for moderate Republican policies and supporting various charities until his death in 2006. Here are some interesting trivia facts about Gerald Ford. Football star Gerald Ford was an accomplished athlete in his youth. He played center and linebacker for the University of Michigan's football team, which won national championships in 1932 and 1933. Ford was even offered contracts by the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions, but he chose to pursue law school instead. Longest living president, Ford became the longest living U.S. president in history at the time, living to the age of 93 years and 165 days. He held this record until it was surpassed by George H.W. Bush. Scout leader, Ford is the only U.S. president to have been an Eagle Scout. He was very proud of his scouting background and continued to support the Boy Scouts of America throughout his life. Dual assassination attempts. Within 17 days in 1975, Ford survived 2 assassination attempts. Both attacks were carried out by women, Lynette Squeaky Frum, a follower of Charles Manson, and Sarah Jane Moore, who fired a shot at him but missed. Accidental president. Ford is often called the accidental president because he wasn't elected as either vice president or president. He was appointed vice president after Spiro Agnew resigned and became president when Richard Nixon resigned. Ford's real name, Gerald Ford, was actually born Leslie Lynch King Jr. His parents divorced shortly after his birth, and he was renamed after his stepfather, Gerald Rudolph Ford, when he was about 2 years old.